Good afternoon. I thank you so much for asking me to research more into employee network groups. Upon my research, I have learned a lot and I'm eager to share my findings. First off, ENGs are employee network groups, also called employee research groups, affinity groups, and diversity councils. A broad definition explains these are employee-formed groups of people within common interests. The company Catalyst describes them in a more detailed way as voluntary employee-led groups that serve as a resource for members of organizations by fostering a diverse, inclusive workplace, aligned with organizational missions, values, goals, business practice, and objectives. The other benefits include development of future leaders, increase employee engagement, and expand marketplace reach. ENGs can be traced back to the 1970s, with women and African American began to be hired into management positions in significant numbers, but they really started being noticed in the 1990s. These groups are typically self-controlled and self-organized, with minimal corporate involvement. They may ask the company to use a room, email, or to make copies, but it'll be very minimal. They have group meetings that occur regularly outside of work, and the common activities are talking about issues pertaining to that specific group. They have leadership seminars and host guest speakers. When all is addressed, they may speak of life events because they feel they are in a comfortable and as the image represents, these groups are more than just race, gender, age, appearance, or physical ability. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Many of these groups can overlap and create bonding and unity with. As you can see, out of the Fortune 500 companies, we are actually the minority. 90% of the Fortune 500 companies are implementing employee. Here is a small list of the big companies allowing resource groups: Ford, Dell, Google, JP Morgan, Allstate, Kellogg's, Cisco, and the CIA. I thought it might be useful for you to see what other companies think about these. Allstate is number 2 on the Fortune 500 list. They have 9 different ENGs in place, and their vision is empowered employees that help the company grow by leveraging the strengths of their diversity. They also say, across Allstate, employees help our business connect with each other and build relationships through employee resource groups, organizations of employees with common interests that are officially recognized by the company and are open to all employees. Google is number 55 on the Fortune 500 list with 18 different ENGs. They say, ERGs are grassroots networks of employees with shared values of supporting diversity and inclusion within our company and our communities. Members can participate in activities such as educational outreach, mentoring, professional development, community service, and social networks. Google says Googlers come from all over the world and from every background, which brings unique experiences and perspectives. Dell is number 51 on the Fortune 500 list with 8 different ENGs. Dell believes ERGs are strategic priority within Dell's overall global diversity and inclusion strategies, which focuses on a commitment to be responsible corporate citizens. We believe they help build a more inclusive workplace. They say, our employee resource groups contribute in ways that help us hire, retain, development of our diverse workforce. By helping us embrace similarities and differences, they allow us to build a team that is inspired and productive, reflective of our own customer. JP Morgan is number 18 on the Fortune 500 list with 8 different ENGs. They say, ENGs provide their members with a forum to communicate and exchange ideas, build a network of relationships across the firm, access volunteer opportunities in the community, and support career development and mentoring. They believe ENGs help straighten their culture by supporting employees, promoting professional development, offering mentoring opportunities, understanding the firm's culture, and reinforcing JP Morgan's commitment to inclusiveness and diversity. Lastly, there's Ford, number 10 on the Fortune 500 list with 12 different groups. They say, we recognize that diversity is not only a reality of our global workforce, but a distinct advantage, one that we value and embrace. They believe ERGs provide support, network, fellowship, identify barriers, contribute to employees' professional development, and organize activities for employees on diverse backgrounds. There are many benefits to E&Gs. Employees feel more comfortable when they see their employer as acknowledging that their group is underrepresented. These groups can help an employer see what the current and issues and concerns are for that minority group, so that management can help make necessary improvements. It's easier to speak up in a group rather than it is as an individual. Retention rates rise because E&Gs allowed minority employees to feel like a part of the group and meet with like people. Without these groups, they might find another job where they fit in more. When employees feel recognized and appreciated, they enjoy their job more and want to work harder. These groups attract qualified applicants who appreciate the companies that want to make sure their employees are welcomed and comfortable. There are many different views and inputs from many different backgrounds and cultures, giving feedback which is a distinct advantage. Finally, these groups do things within the community, which gives employees more networking, which means more contacts, which means more feedback for the company. There are a few risks included. Some companies feel like it will isolate minority groups even further. It might cause division within the workplace. Group members might send a message to other employees that they have no interest in associating with them. Non-members might feel excluded and resent the group. In return, members might resent non-members for not understanding their needs. Lastly, some fear the groups could use this group as a time to complain and rally against the company and form union-like groups more than voice their concerns. Just say yes. E&Gs will fix issues within the company and form unity. I recommend that you do allow for employee network groups. The benefits far outweigh the risks. And at that, the risks are minimal with the right kind of group organization. I recommend that you make sure each group is inclusive and anyone can join at any time. You should offer your full support to each group and support their activities and let them know they have your support. You should always have an open door policy when groups can come to you and talk to you about their concerns without judgment. I believe that supporting E&Gs will fix your turnover rate for minorities, help you meet your diversity and inclusion objectives. The way I see it, you have nothing to lose from supporting E&Gs, and the company has so much to gain. Thank you.